We're hot.
All right, here we are. Here we are. So it says we're live.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey, everybody.
my name's Ed.
Ed. And
Me.
and you're a what? A fishaholic?
Fishaholic, I love it.
I'm a I don't remember.
Too many to live.
Megalodon.
A Gemini. I'm a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Bob, where's your Mafia name? Am I the only one with Susie Softail? Whip is just Whip. That's good.
I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
always leave it the way
My
it is.
Mafia name is
Megalodon.
Megalodon.
Yep. I only know that because it's in chat.
I went in through the app for some reason. I'm not sure why I did it. Stupid, I guess. So where all the stuff is saved, I didn't go in through. Does that make sense?
Well, if you want to back out and come back, we can
No.
keep people entertained.
No, y'all
I
can
just
just.
gave my guy a goatee. I'll paint
It
it when it
doesn't
dries.
look like the new guy from my stream found his way over here. We couldn't find the link. I don't know why we couldn't find the link.
I put
Oh, did you put it in the end?
right at the end. You had
Okay,
just
sorry.
started singing, or not you, but your daughter.
Yeah.
I went out and couldn't get back over there either for some reason, so that's why I didn't post it. Well, wait, slinging links already, and I see.
Could you
Gary-
see could you hear my daughter singing at the end?
I
did.
did.
I didn't. Okay.
Susie Q.
Yeah.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah,
I am really cool and awesome.
I punched it in just as she started.
Okay.
Well, let me see who's here real quick.
Okay. Sorry.
There's Pet Sodics, Huawei, Paul McCarthy, Long Family Show.
You can say Paul McCarthy and let people think we're that cool.
We're really-
Well, yeah, both of them
Really
are
cool.
Lucky Stone, Denny. Hey, he said, is it he that's eating pizza? No, Alishan, somebody's eating pizza, so not typing. Imagine that. Trash Cat,
Oh, I've been
Davo.
eating healthy lately.
Pizza sounds so good.
It does.
Trash Cat said, come on, Bob. If you all only knew, I was just sitting back here shaking my head and biting my lip. I couldn't get them to stop. They went on and on and on, but I love them, so you know I'm not going to stop them. So, Sonny G, I'm teasing. Sonny G,
Hey, Sonny.
is that the end of the bottom? Is that the end of the bottom?
Johnny G is the bottom. Yep.
Did you know it's always sunny in Philadelphia?
There's Silver Creek. Silver Creek. There's,
Silver Creek. We
Tom-
got Silver
Tommy
Creek.
Oh,
Boy.
that's not going away, Queeky.
Poor Tommy.
I think that's everybody. Well, Skipper's on the way, I believe. So,
Good.
so
We
yeah,
have a full house today. Yay.
everybody will be here. Yeah, awesome.
Skipper's my friend.
Silver.
We like Skipper. He
Skipper's
talks funny, though.
He's
When
my
he
friend.
got something wrong with his fingers, he says, I got something wrong with my finger.
Yeah,
Fingers.
Fingers.
Unlike Ed, Skipper showed up for my pop-up today and streamed with me for almost 2 hours.
Oh,
Skipper's
Wait a minute.
good man.
I didn't know you had a pop-up.
thank you. I
texted
didn't,
you.
Where's
You
my
didn't
phone?
text me.
Didn't
I
text me.
didn't because I didn't want to bother you. I knew
Yeah.
you had a stream like in an hour.
Well, did you have a lot of people show up?
I think the max was like 40, so it wasn't.
That's a lot. That's a lot in my world.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. Is there like a area that's just dead at that time of day, or?
It was my first time. I like I said, I missed Friday and I'm gonna miss next Friday, so I saw a gap in the schedule and I took it. But then I found out later after the fact that poor John.
I see it now. I just
Yeah.
opened it. It wasn't in. It wasn't your normal text. It was in a group mass one, and they're in a different spot on my cell phone.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I have titled Friday Morning Shenanigans on my end.
I have it as Rico Fish Guy Skipper Whip.
Dave O said it was a good stream, Whip.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Oh,
What did you start to say? Something happened to somebody that couldn't go or something?
Oh, no, Johnny No Shoes from My Fish Tank Aquatic,
Yeah.
our aquariums, he decided to go at 2 as well. So I kind of stepped all
Oh,
over him.
oh well.
But I didn't know that's not his normal slot, and it was open in the schedule. So I didn't see that until after the fact.
Yeah.
You can't be upset about just two random people going at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Last week I was a little upset because Corey came back to Sunday nights. Father Fish extends. So I'm like, great, 2 huge channels now doing Sunday, my time. Like it's only my time.
Right.
Yeah. I remember when Corey started doing Wednesday, and Dan's Fish had done that for several years, and so he mentioned it, and he said they're good buddies and business buddies, but he said I'm just going to stick with my time, and I think Corey went somewhere else eventually, but so
Corey's such a busy guy. He has a hard time
He
keeping
goes when he can go.
being
Really.
able.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
used to
that's it.
always do Sunday night too, as business, not
Yeah.
fish as much as business. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
Well,
he did.
he did Thursday for a long time because that's where I first saw him.
Okay.
It would go him, and then KG Tropicals, and then either Ed, and then James, or then
It was
James.
James, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so that was my Thursday. I loved Thursdays back in the day.
Ed, what's flashing?
What?
What?
What's flashing? Trash Cat said,
Oh.
"What's flashing?"
It's my one of the first things I ever made on my Craft Ed show. It's my pyramid thing that can go underwater. It's like it's an idol thing that for Cthulhu. I would touch it, but I've got clay on my hands and it would stick to that clay. But I like carved in like different YouTubers' names in
Way,
with
be nice.
hieroglyphics.
That's good.
Carrie, is that Trash Cat? Is that a new picture of you? That's a beautiful picture. Look at that.
It is.
Yeah.
She's pretty anyway.
That's the first time I've ever seen her, I think.
She's pretty.
In
Carrie.
fact, I'm not even 100% sure I knew Trash Cat was male or female until this very moment.
She's very female.
That's how I was about Dick's. Dick Signs. Dick
Oh,
Signs.
yeah.
I thought it was a dude. And then she said, I'm a girl. Like she kind of whispered it in the chat. I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't know. You don't
Yeah,
know.
I almost blocked her from one of the channels when she first popped in because I'm like,
Trash Cat.
I don't, no, not Trash Cat,
Oh.
Dick's.
Oh.
You know, Dick's Nine.
Wisconsin 3. I think not. A Wisconsin 3. Ed's bong.
Yeah, I think that is not true.
No, it's not.
Foxy thought I was female.
Huawei. Yeah, Kaylor evidently could be like a young girl's name, like a first name. Because a lot of times in some of the chats, I follow an Alzheimer channels. I've told you all about that on TikTok, and I donate and I go on their board to win prizes and stuff. And it's mainly to help. But I do have some cool things coming that I've won that I'm going to start giving to you guys and to family. They do a lot of crochet and stuff like that. So I have won some stuff. But anyway, they always say she.
But do they remember to get it to you?
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, it's not. It's not
Yeah,
artwork.
Who's starting?
It's not artwork, Ed. It's not artwork. Well, it is. They have a big, huge machine. The mother and the son, and then there's the grandmother, and they all look just alike. I mean, genetics. They're red-haired and live somewhere way out in the sticks. No hospice. They get no respite care. Guys, you think?
And
we
they
have-
all have Alzheimer's?
No, I do. They don't. Keep up, Ed.
Oh, I was like,
No.
maybe it's something they're drinking if the whole family has Alzheimer's.
Maybe it's
Or
high
if
tension
they all look
power lines
alike.
above their house.
The mother was.
if they all look alike, maybe it's just too much, not enough new DNA get into that family.
No, it's not that.
And the granddaughter must feel terrible about it.
They have. Well, it's a grandson. There's
Grandson.
the mother,
That's even worse.
the mother,
When
and
he
the dog.
remembers.
the daughters are retired RN, disabled RN. They all have beautiful flaming red hair. And Nate is 27. He's the grandson. No social life, nothing at all. They're dedicated to her. They do 12-hour shifts each every day. Anyway, I really like to support them. They're great people. And plus, you can win a little something on there. I can't remember the name of the channel, but it's TikTok. So, but he thinks I'm a girl. He'll say she, somebody, and I'll go on.
Because you're only in the chat.
Right. Yeah, I've
Well-
only gone live once on TikTok, and that's right after I started my channel up like a year ago. And I sat there like a doofus and talked about my snakes, and I thought, this is stupid. I'm not going to be doing lives on TikTok. I'm just going to be support and hang out and stuff. Anyway,
If you want me to, I'll go on there and make fun of them when they call you a girl.
well, I was going to ask you if you'd do that for me, Ed. As a matter of fact, you read my
They'll
mind.
never remember.
Ed,
That's it right there, Susie. So that's the dojo, right?
That's a dojo loach. Yep.
Yeah.
I got 2 in here.
you were talking about that dojo in your stream a while ago going spaz.
Yeah, and that's the one I saw go by her, but I couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, she's about 8 inches. Where'd she go? She's gone. You can take me down. She gone. She gone. See? That's just a floating log, which the eel likes to get into. He puts his head into the floating log. I think he thinks nobody can see him. He's like this big, hanging out the back end.
You were gonna get rid of that too.
I know, because I was like, I don't know what to do with an eel.
I told
Now
you
I'm like, this is
they
the
are
coolest
too
fish
cool.
ever.
You're keeping him though, right?
Yeah, he's so cool.
Yeah, they are cool.
He didn't come out at all for my live stream. I wonder why.
He's bigger than any I've ever had. What is he?
Oh, he's about this big.
The fire eels, and they
Fire
get
eel.
huge.
Put whip up. Let's see that big fish in that tank.
What?
You know, there's 2 rope fish in here too. Usually they're like all over the place.
Trash cat wanted to see your big fish.
Oh, that's my big fish. He's a big one.
He
Wow,
is-
that is one big Oscar.
What is he, like 9 or 10? No, more than that.
More than
He's,
that,
about-
yeah.
he's probably 12 to 15.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
bigger than Triton, my Trimaculatus.
Yeah, that's easily the biggest Oscar I've ever had.
Even with the distance between your hand, he looks bigger.
Yeah,
a lot bigger.
he's a foot behind my hand.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
That tank is 2 feet deep, and he's more than halfway back.
Wow.
Awesome.
You know what I think would be a good idea? Up here, like if I had a vinyl sticker that was a ruler, so when fish swim by, I could see how big they were.
That's actually a good idea.
That's what
You
I
know-
think. Like, wouldn't that be great?
You know, I did that on my Fahaka Puffer's tank, and that's how I could every now and then measure her when she'd go down by the ruler.
My
Just-
Sahaka puffer isn't growing. He's only this big still. I
Huh.
got him before COVID. Like,
Rub
can he
some,
be bigger?
rub some of that Maderma on his head.
I will. I broke the gloves off, so it's just on my fingertips. Makes me feel like it's not a real glove.
They call those
This
finger
is so much,
cots.
they call them condoms. No, I mean,
Finger
so much
cots.
cheaper than Band-Aids.
Tiny
I
cots.
go through so many Band-Aids. If I just put these on, then I don't.
Wait a minute. Sam had a question, but I missed it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Oh, okay. That's a good question. Ed knows all things fish.
What's the question?
It's
What
right
makes
there.
a loach a loach?
Oh, what makes a loach a loach? Because all loaches look different. Well, it's just not everything is based on looks. You know, it's their DNA that puts them in their family. It's kind of like Great Danes don't look anything like Chihuahuas, but they're still canines. So, you know, they're all dogs. So it's just, you know, loaches are loaches because of their DNA checks.
Lou's here.
Not
Hey,
because
Father
of the way they
Fish.
look.
Father Fish in the house.
Hey, Father Fish.
It's
Hope
a
you're well.
loach nest, like Loch Ness. Susie, maybe deworm the Fahaka. Oh, after 3 years, oh, maybe because he eats frozen clams an awful lot. I can't imagine he got worms, but that's a good idea because he's not growing. He's only this big.
It won't hurt him, and it could be something other than worms, I guess, too. Any kind of parasite.
I love my fahaka. My fahaka.
Wayway says, Susie, if only you knew a graphic design company that could print out a sticker for you like that.
I think I'm going to do that. I'll make it 24 inches. But should it go on the middle of the tank, up top on the block? And that way, when the eel goes by, I can see exactly how big he is. Or if I put it on that one, I can see how fast my Bashirs are growing. I think that's a great idea.
That's a great idea. And then you could market them.
Yeah, I'd buy one.
My fish is bigger than your fish. It only sounds right when a dude says that. It doesn't sound right when I say it.
Well, because you're not a liar, and most guys, when they say that, are lying.
Yeah.
Oh, I am an effing break down to my core.
I'd worry about the guys comparing with each other.
What? I missed something.
If a guy says my blank is bigger than your blank, it's like, why are you looking at my blank?
Oh,
Did you get it, Father Fish? You say it should be delivered today. If not today, then tomorrow. They went out long before the roll stickers. We should have Father Fish come up here. Send him a link. Looking for our happy. He made his face so tiny, like this big. It's like this big. I put it on my fingernail and I sent it to him. I was like, look how tiny it is. I got Father Fish face on my nail. It was so adorable. Yeah, you should get them tomorrow.
Oh, I was going to show you I got Father Fish on the back of my computer, but I can't show it to you because it's on the back of my computer.
I had Father Fish face on my purse for a long time. People were like, is that your dad? I'm like, nope. Nope. Hey, there we go.
the gang's all here.
Skipper!
Hey, the gang's all here.
Huawei, there is a lot of truth to what you're saying, but there are some loaches that are similar. They're not very many, but like I can't think of any now, that Botia, B-O-T-I-A. And
The Botia looks a lot like the clown loach.
yes, and then there's another one that looks like them too.
Well,
There's the
And yo-yos and zebras
Yo-yos.
the same, just different body patterns.
Yeah.
exactly. So
Even
there's-
the coolie and the dojo are similar looking, just size different.
Especially in the front, the mouth and the whisper
yeah, they have
part.
the same face.
When the dojo loach goes by, he looks a lot like the coolie loach's face, but 1,000 times bigger.
But then you throw in the that face hugging looking from Alien Loach. What is that? I can't remember what that is. What is that little
the hill stream.
Hillstream?
Loach.
Yeah,
Hillstream loach. Oh, that looks like a stingray, right?
yeah. I call it a
Yes.
face hugger from Aliens. You know the
I used to have them. Oh my gosh, I liked them a lot. They were fun to watch.
They are.
So every once in a while, we get some like PhDs that come to our fish group and talk about how you classify fish and what you love. Oh,
Hey, Lou.
Lou's in the house. Hey, Lou.
Hey there.
How are you guys?
Oh.
Nice to see you.
And it's so cool because it's like, well, this one has a dorsal fin with 3 spines and this one doesn't. So that needs to be in its own, like, it's like, he talks like over my head sometimes, but I can kind of like catch what he's saying.
Where it gets really confusing is where they're distinguishing fish by their teeth or by some bone somewhere.
I was talking about Dr. Paul Lazzelli. So he talks a different language than I understand.
I agree. All of those biologists. It's a very strange business, and they're changing their minds all the time.
that's the bigger problem.
Really.
People whine about the common names that they're too many of the same, but I complain about the scientific ones because you can't pronounce half of them, and then they
Right.
keep changing them up anyway.
And that's right. Yeah. Suddenly, a fish that was in one family and trying to settle in and make friends is suddenly in a completely different family.
Right.
How do you deal with that?
Yep. I just keep calling mine a Trimaculatus amphilopus. I don't care what they call it today, what they called it last year, 2 years ago. That's what I call mine.
Trimac. Because the trimac is the key fish to the flower horn.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a key fish, man.
The Dempsey, the 3 or 4 that were bred together to create the flower horn.
My Trimac is a very angry, angry fish.
And that's where the flower horn
I
probably.
guess that's where he gets the attitude from. Like, whoo.
Right. Yeah, they do have attitude.
So I thought that when you have a hybrid, kind of like a jackass and a mule, they can't have any more babies. How come flower horns can have babies?
They're a crossbreed. They're not
Oh,
like a horse and a mule.
okay.
They're not a hybrid.
Or a horse and a donkey, rather.
Okay.
But I mean, and sometimes though genetics work across, but like a muppy doesn't. A guppy and a mall or a molly.
Yeah,
doesn't
they
work,
can't have fry, right?
But sometimes it does work.
Really?
Don't the blood?
Well, I mean, like when it comes to cichlids, it
what are those
works,
things called?
and they're always messing up their
Blood
lines
parrot.
of different. Yeah,
Blood parrot.
they're
Those
People
are.
get very
I don't think you
upset
can breed those, can you? Or like it's
Right.
like a 50-50 mix.
My blood parrots though, they breed like crazy.
They do.
Yeah, they do. A lot of times their eggs will be sterile. That was the problem for a long time.
But I can't bring them in for BAP points. Got a little attitude about that.
Yeah, I know, it's true.
Oh,
I
it's
got
been a
some
half
BAP.
hour already.
Huh?
It's been a half hour already. How can that happen?
It's because it's fun. Talking about fish, nerding out on fish is fun. I don't care what anyone says.
Skipper
Lady,
and
you
I
have
talked
something
about
for
food
me?
for an hour and a half.
I just did 2 hours that flew by.
Does somebody have something chirping, or do I have a cricket loose?
I'm on my porch, so you hear all the critters outside.
Yeah,
No,
Alex
you-
is saying is Vieja Simpson.
My birds are not singing. Well, a little bit there.
I don't know if this looks like
You might
Whip's
hear
hair
the
or not.
canaries.
Dun, 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 dun.
I had to add Whip's hair.
I love it.
Let's see
Go
it.
ahead, Ed. You're big now. Oh my gosh, it is Whip.
That
Wow.
could be
when
me.
I paint it, it'll all blend together.
Right.
Now that I know I can make half-inch stickers, I can make you a Whip's World sticker for the back of his jacket. I can make little teeny tiny stickers like this big.
That's awesome.
Oh, right.
That would be fun. I didn't think I'd be able to make it that small. I had to work on the white outline for a little bit.
Well, we have a girl who's making jewelry, which you do too. And we did not have a father fish earring, so determined to try to put that together. And that seemed to be
That's so funny. You can wear father fish in your ears if you want now.
really, or your nose, or your belly button,
Yep.
or other places.
But your other stickers can be made into keychains real easy.
Keychain's good, right?
Yeah, keychains.
Well,
are
we're
good.
getting 2 sizes. We're getting 1/2 inch and a 1 inch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta say that was they were fun. They were fun. A little bit harder. I thought they would take longer, but
looking forward to it. That'll be fun.
I went too far with that, wearing that father fish different places. I wish they'd stop.
Gotcha.
I wear Rico sometimes and people think it's Jerry Garcia.
Oh,
Like, okay. It's not. I'm not a deadhead. I'm a Rico fan. That is so funny.
Now we're gonna do a Rico head.
Oh, look at that.
Unfortunately, this Rico head's bald, so I have to add hair to him too.
Now, is this all for the Dungeons and Dragons thing?
No, this is for
No,
Ed.
this is for the guys that are on my channel.
Aw.
See, there's
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I
what
love it.
Rico will look like. And Skipper, I need his where's Skipper's body? There it is.
Did you find a hat yet?
I haven't found a hat yet for Skipper. And I also haven't cut the big ball down because it's too big of a ball for his head. Because he has a little hole in his head.
Yeah.
He's got a hole in the head.
But this is
There's medicine
Skipper's.
for that, Skipper.
There's Skipper, put your face right up against this face.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah,
that's
it's-
perfect.
It's almost identical.
That's creepy.
Very impressive.
That is a little creepy. I got to say, that's a little creepy.
Don't
So-
you be stabbing that thing like a voodoo doll, and I struck pains in my side.
And this is Skipper's fancy body.
My
Well,
mind.
that's very complimentary.
Look at those fancy
Look
shoes
at
that Skipper wears.
Oh yeah, the zoot suit.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Nobody's gonna mess with Skipper.
You
But
put him
yeah.
in his work uniform, I see.
yeah.
Did I tell you guys, like last week, my Trimac had a big black line straight up and down, and I thought he was dying. Because, you know, not that I'm over dramatic. He is perfectly fine now. He's all bright yellow again. I have no idea what happened to him.
When you said that, I almost said, but I didn't know what I was talking about. I've had several do that before, and it goes away.
Oh,
But
yeah, I have had several get like striped,
Mhm.
and then they go back.
It's a fear pattern.
Ow. Ow.
sense.
You scared him, Susie.
I probably did because, you know, he's down there. See how low he is? He used to be up high, like the 180, and now I don't have a stand for him. So he's on a little like coffee table. So he's like down by my knees. He's got a different view of everything. Can't beat a black and white Oxford.
That's the shoes, I'm
Oh,
guessing.
I was going to say, what's an Oxford?
Oh, is June in here? If June comes in, guys, I've been trying to get with June for over a week to send her art. Actually, her art that she paid for.
Ah,
And I've emailed her, and I have also messaged her, and I don't know that she's
I
got
hope she's okay.
I
She's
know.
okay. She was in our stream earlier, so she
Yeah.
wasn't there very long, but she was there. Had I known, I would have said something.
I got to hang some more of my artwork up. I've got all this space now that happens. That I have so much artwork. I got a lot of Sam Scale stuff. I got the stuff I got from you, from Pam Early, and I got to hang because I think the fish artwork. We have so many talented people in our community. It's amazing.
Mhm.
It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. That made me think,
starting with you,
right?
Yeah.
That made me think about Daniel Velez. I haven't seen him tonight either.
Oh yeah, where is he?
He was
That was
earlier.
so nice of him.
He was on earlier.
Yeah,
Oh, was he?
they're all around. I think. How many of you guys? I can't see how many people are in here, but
21, it says.
oh, that's not bad. I thought maybe somebody had streamed on top of you.
There is somebody that streams or was for a while. I don't remember now.
was it Garcia?
No,
No.
he was on somebody else's.
No,
Did you
it's,
see the fight?
it's the guy that went away and came back and is married and got a baby now.
Oh, baby's looking back.
Jethro. Jethro.
Oh, geez, I haven't seen him in forever.
He was going off.
He
into this.
he pops into the chat every once in a while. Do you remember when he was raided by the FBI?
Yep.
Yeah, that was
so
terrible.
scary.
You
I
got
was there for
swatted.
that.
I was on his live stream when that happened too. And
For what?
what do they call that? You not punked,
It's called,
Swatted.
it's called- yeah, swatted.
squad. That is horrible.
That was
Anybody would
They
do
could have
that.
shot his dogs
Yeah, it could have been bad.
because he had two big dogs, and they could have shot his dog if they
Yeah.
would have tried to protect the house.
There was glass in one of his fish tanks because they broke the window to get in. That's just horrible. And
It really
he
is.
knew how to react. He wasn't a smart ass. He put his hands up. He was like, he knew what to do. Like John Bag of Donuts, man, he'd be dead. He's a smart ass.
Yep, me too.
Yep.
Especially if you shoot my dogs.
Yeah.
Then
Oh, yeah.
and then it's
Well-
it's war. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ed, what fish is that?
Oh, that was my cat.
Oh, it's a cat, trash cat.
That was Nico. That was up there.
What
Oh,
fish is that? What are you working on? Are you working on a fish?
Yeah, what are you working on, Ed?
No, I'm working on Rico's hair.
Oh, that's not a fish. That's Rico.
Ah,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I need more clay. Rico requires a lot of clay for his head.
Yeah, he's got more hair than me.
are you doing bobble dolls then?
That would be cool, but no, I'm just doing action figures.
So has anybody here made a fish stand out of the cinder blocks?
No.
Not
I've,
for-
Fish
I've never
oh,
done it myself.
kind of. I've got fish or cinder blocks underneath my 110-gallon tubs, so that way when I drain them, they don't have to.
Yeah, I have them
No,
under my
it's far.
tubs. But I have to
And
make
then
I have to make a fish stand for this 50-gallon low boy.
Steamfop. Do you have any communication with Steamfop?
Yeah.
Ask him. I mean, his whole fish room is made out of those.
I did a 500 on block.
Did you?
Oh, there you go. You got a man right here in the chat. or
Did you
in the-
have
in
it
the
on
panel.
end or did you have them laying down and stacked?
Laying down.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Channel up.
Hello.
I have a cobalt shelf that's stacked on them.
I'm
You
trying
don't
to
know
get,
what you're doing.
I'm trying to get Mama C on here. She's never done this before. There she goes. She's the big blue cat that lived in a feral colony, so this is huge for her.
Wow.
She won't quite go on camera though.
Yeah, you keep.
Yeah, I think she keeps backing up when you move the camera towards her.
Yeah,
I think you're seeing things. Oh, there's she is.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Oh, beautiful.
What a pretty kitty.
see her ears clipped off.
Is that a Siamese?
I've heard
What do they
that.
call them? A Siamese cat?
She's one of those kinds, but not
Blue
tip.
Russian, I think, is probably what she is. At least
Oh,
part,
wow.
right?
Mama
Or
C.
Siamese too.
She was there.
Rick knows his cats.
She's got like lilac points, but her ears cut off. You know, they do that to them in feral colonies.
Oh.
Oh, let me get
Why? Why
Yeah.
did they do that?
So if
Hey,
they catch one in a trap, they just let it go. They know it's already spayed or neutered. Trap, neuter, release.
That's what they did to Lou.
To who?
Oh, the fish's ear got snipped?
Yeah.
Say what? Say what?
Once they knew he was, they could still let him back out in a while.
So, Danielle, I have a 40-gallon wall of there's 10 40 gallons, and they're all on those Home Depot things, and the 40 gallons fit in perfect and they're stable. I tried it once with the 10 gallons, and let me tell you, the first thing I had to do is replace the pressed board with real wood and then cover the wood in like a marine vinyl because it will warp because you're not using the metal for stability. You're actually counting on and now if your Home Depot shelf comes with a wire rack, that's even better because then you can just get the styrofoam. But my whole 40-gallon wall, the only problem with that is if I wanted to move, I wanted to do an automatic draining system, I'd have to move everything up a couple inches to get that right grade. And I have to tear the whole thing down just to move them up a couple inches because there's no moving them up. You have to tear the whole rack down just to move them because I have the 40 gallons in them and it's like fits like a glove. It's like a tight fit, but they sit on the metal part and they've been stable for years. My other one that I put 10 gallons on, 20-gallon longs, oh my God, they're not stable at all. Even with the half-inch plywood.
Instead of styrofoam that I put on top of the wire, I put subfloor because it's a real thin wood that's super hard and it's water resistant.
What is subflooring?
So it's what you put under, like when you're building a house, you have all your 2x4s or what? No, you probably have like 2x6s all the way across, and then you have to put like a wood plank
Oh,
over.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And it's a real polished treated wood that's super solid and hard. and I cut it so it fits perfect. I paint it black, and that way it's like, and it's only like a tenth of or an eighth of an inch thick.
Oh wow!
It's
And then
really awesome.
that way it makes the metal grate smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that subfloor, you got to be. What's nice about it is water resistant,
Mhm.
but it's not. That 1/8 inch really is not supporting a lot. You're gonna. So I tried to use that before, and I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong, and it ended up cracking on me. But I use OSB on my rack from Home Depot. This
Okay.
came from Sam's Club because I noticed with that one from Sam's Club, that wire still bows because the supports under it are below the wire, so it bows down to touch it. So I had to put something over that. So I used 3/4 of an inch OSB, and it works really well. There's so many ways you can do it.
Yeah. I was just warning him because I had all 10 gallons on my one, and eventually it was blowing so bad that it was like dangerous. As I started taking it off, it was very dangerous.
Oh wow.
I was like, I caught it in time. So that's why I would only use those racks if you're gonna like use the metal lip as a support versus the crap it comes with.
Ed, he looks like a judge.
He looks like
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'll paint it so it's all gray.
Oh, that's for robes. And
he looks like that blonde guy in Planet of the Apes, one of the apes. The haircut, I mean.
Well, and then here I am. It doesn't
Hold on.
look as good until I'm going to paint that so it's well, you can't even see it.
No, what is that? What happened?
It's too bright.
Yeah.
Put your hand behind him, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So he had really bad scars on one side of his head, so I filled them in with putty, and then I put his goatee on, and then I put a bandana on him,
Nice.
and I'll paint the bandana. So
Oh,
that'll be me.
that's crazy.
Nice. Your goatee, are you going to make the goatee red?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
not pink. I can say that though this week because I didn't re-dye it red this week, so it is pink.
Oh my God. That's funny.
I was
Yep,
looking
nice.
at this, what Tommy said.
Every
Bobby
Thursday.
Boy. I must have said a funny and I forgot it.
Oh, Silver Queep. Silver Queep is saying something.
Yeah.
Queep. Bobby Boy.
Okay, I'm hearing crickets now.
I hear crickets too. I remember a live stream 3 years ago. I was sitting by my pond, and people on my live chat were getting upset because they were looking all over for the cricket in their yard. It was in my. It was so loud. It must have been right near the microphone.
That's funny.
There is
Did
a
you
lot
say-
of noise behind me.
Did you say, Father Fish, did you say you had a 500 gallon on cinder blocks? Is that what you said?
yeah, it was. It was plywood and 2x4 built tank with a sheet of I guess 3/4 inch glass. The,
Oh
the-
wow!
the height. It was about 3 foot tall. It came out of an old aquarium years ago, a public aquarium.
Oh wow!
What is the load bearing of a cinder block?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because that's got to be heavy as hell. That's got to be
People
almost
build houses
2.5
with it.
But
tons.
isn't that what cinder blocks are made for?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
Okay.
made for building
I had
houses.
I had 4 rows of block, front to back.
Mm.
So it was 2, 4, 6, 8 blocks, and I think I
Okay.
did it too high. It was too high with it, and it had channels up and down for max strength. It never gave. I mean, it held. It didn't give in. It was on a concrete slab. So
And you didn't use anything like they're talking about. Did you put down the pad or anything like that, or did you
They
just
use
lay it
the
right on it?
glass.
the tank was sitting right on it. The tank was built with fiberglass and 2x4s
Okay.
and paneling. So it had its own built-in pad.
I got you.
Wow, 500-gallon tank. That would be nice.
I was wondering,
That is more than double this.
it
It's
was
almost
10 foot long.
holy cow.
Wow.
2,600.
2,600 psi's for a cinder block.
Yeah, I was just looking that up too.
That tells me nothing.
There,
I know.
whole lot of weight.
I was sitting there going like this. There you go.
You can put 4 cinder blocks under a car, no problem, and they don't shatter.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that's just 4.
500 gallon is that's like 2 tons of water. The tank was another 500 pounds.
Wow.
So 2,500 plus I had probably 300-400 pounds of sand in it.
Oh my God. So my 50-gallon low boy is no sweat. Like I can.
You know, it was like 3,000 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
One of the coolest things I ever got to do is go visit Father Fish at his shop. I wish everybody could have went to his shop and
Me
checked
too.
him out.
Yeah, you moved out of there just a little bit quick on me. I was
Especially
down
with all
there
those
like the year
birds.
after you
Oh
left.
my God.
That's a shame. Yeah, it was a great place. It just wore me out though.
I bet. But you're not worn out doing what you do now?
No, I'm not. I'm really enjoying it. Well, I've got people helping, and that's making a big difference.
You have a Father Fish army
Oh, I
helping you
do.
out. That is awesome. Like I've
Yeah.
gone to that Discord server, and if you're lost, they find you. They find you. They help you.
Yeah.
They point you in the right direction. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. I think we've got 30,000 people. 30,000 people signed
I believe
up.
it because it's popping all the time.
It's amazing.
Well, his shop wasn't little either. It was big.
It was big. Yeah, it was 4,000 square feet.
Wow.
Holy cow.
I love the aviary you had in there.
Yes, he had birds. I wish I had birds.
So cool.
I would love the bird. I worked at a bird store when I first got Sophie because I wanted to get more familiar handling her. So I went in the morning and cleaned cages. That's all I did is clean cages of all the birds.
I had 2 women that came in every day to do that.
Yeah.
They clean the animals. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great way for me to get used to them because if a bird flew, I was able to like try to catch it or pick it up. When I first got there, I was like, I'm not touching it. The poor Sophie, she never stood up on me because she knew I was unstable, not because she was afraid. She knew I was unstable.
Have you guys seen my new salt tank?
No, you have water?
Yeah.
120 gallon. It's Chesapeake Bay bracket. Everything that's not here, it's at the shop.
Okay.
Oh,
Everything in it, everything is collected wild from the bay.
nice.
I didn't know you were allowed to do that. That is so cool.
Well, I don't know how much I'm allowed to do.
He just did it.
I'm in conversation with DNR now about it because I want to be able to get a license to culture some of this stuff. There are a lot of gobies in the bay. There are 3 or 4
wow.
different species of goby that are pretty neat. There's a couple of little suckers, and I've got all those in the tank. But very cool stuff.
Did you do a video on it?
I did. I did one last week.
I have to
I
look for it.
think I published it Friday or Thursday.
Do you get puffers up that north, or is that pretty much a Florida thing?
We do, yeah. And they're small. They're like 6-8 inches. There's a tropic fish that shows up. Lots of pipefish, lots of seahorses. I don't have any seahorses
Where's
yet.
Zenny when you need her?
We do have a couple of pipefish.
Are you allowed to touch diamondback terrapins? Speaking of brackish.
No.
Oh. I know you can't in New Jersey. I mean, you are very close to not even allowed to take pictures of them. Like if you stop to take pictures of them, there's somebody there.
I know, it's ridiculous. What's aggravating is the banded sunfish is native to a couple of ponds that are near where I live. but it's considered endangered in Maryland.
Oh,
And they will not allow private collectors to raise them, to breed them and spawn them and get them out. Instead, they turned the whole thing over to the National Aquarium in Baltimore, which is not capable of doing it.
right.
You know, they can have a tank and look at it, but they're not going to crank out 100,000 fish, whereas breeders would easily do that. They can go right across the line, 5 miles north in Delaware, and collect them and spawn them,
That's crazy.
sell them. Yeah,
Are fish that far up affected by the Gulf Stream?
yeah, they are. In fact, we get occasionally coral reef fish like butterflies that
Cool.
come up by the end of summer. They're up in the Ocean City area.
Wow.
It's cool.
It takes them most of the summer to get here, and then of course they die. They can't survive the winter.
I'm watching your tank here, man. That looks nice. That looks
It's
nice.
so much fun.
That would be. I can't. In New Jersey, we weren't even allowed to go swimming this year because of the feces in the water. That's how gross New Jersey is.
I've been able to collect a lot of macroalgae.
I
So I've
mean,
got about 6 different kinds of macroalgae in the tank, and that's cool. Plus barnacles. I found a pole covered in barnacles.
oh wow.
It's a picture of it on the video. It is so cool.
I'm assuming you got some bristleworms in there. No,
Probably I haven't seen any, but I'm sure they are.
I had a 17-gallon nano salt water, and I came out one night. I didn't flip the light on. I just went into the kitchen, and I saw this arm coming out of the rock. It reached all the way across. I was so freaked out, all the way across the whole side of the tank, and I flipped the light on. It was gone. So that made me know that it's in there somewhere. I just never saw it before. And it
Yeah,
was
they
huge.
are really big.
Yeah,
And
they,
they hurt.
I saw a video of a woman videotaping her saltwater tank. I believe it was saltwater. 99% sure. They didn't even know it was in there. They had collected stuff out of the wild like you were doing. And they turned the light off, and this thing, like this long, that looked like a centipede.
Yep.
Like, not a millimeter worm thing, but a centipede. You know, the fast ones that,
Yeah.
with the weird head and everything. And it
Oh.
just came cruising along. I mean, it was fast.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, you know, they couldn't figure out where their fish were going. And
Yep.
I'm like, well, I
And
don't
they're
know what
so
that
hard to
is,
get
but
rid of
I'd
them.
be burning the house down.
Well, I put my rock in fresh water, and it came out, but I didn't know
Yeah.
what to do with him. I didn't want him, but it ruined my rock. My rock was no longer.
Yeah,
Right.
they eat everything.
but
When I used to-
that thing
when I
was
kept-
dangerous.
when I kept a reef tank, a real simple beginner's reef tank, I had lots of bristleworms, and I just had to put a little bit of food in. You know, father fish, they would come out like crazy.
You know,
They can smell that a mile off.
I don't know if they need another one to multiply. Probably not. But I know I didn't have any for a long time, and then I had 100,000 of them in there.
Oh my!
yeah, they can come in microscopic and turn into monsters.
Yeah.
Mine was a monster, man, and I was freaked out by it.
You've seen those videos of where the ones that burrow under the sand. I think those are bristleworms, and a fish goes by and they suck it down in the sand.
Oh,
Yeah, the other problem is their tentacles are toxic. They can burn you. They're not going to hurt the palm of your hand, but if they touch your skin, it can create a burn like a sea nettle burn.
yeah, it hurt.
Yeah.
It was like grabbing a cactus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend who was a big reefer. He read clowns all the time. He got to the point where he became hypersensitive to the bristleworm and had to wear gloves because it was causing his arm to swell up.
Wow.
Daniel, we were missing you earlier. We were asking after you. No one had seen
Keeper
you.
would Does this hat work for you? It's one of those cool guy hats.
Oh yeah, that is a cool guy hat.
Yeah, that'll work.
Jeff cap.
A cat. Yeah.
I'll paint it like gray, I think.
Hey GNC Aquatics, what's going on? He said, "What's going on, my aquatic relatives?"
AGNC.
Did anybody ask the father fish question there that somebody asked?
I didn't see it. I'm trying to see questions. What was it?
I can't get up there right now.
Here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have a sheep's head cyprinodon tank?
I'm trying to catch them now.
Oh,
So, yeah, I'm trying to get them. I have a video of them spawning. I have a 40-gallon when I was in Florida, and the male colored up so beautifully. I had a biologist who came in who collected from the Peace River, and he said he never saw those colors before.
ooh.
But that's because the instant he touched them, they dropped the color. So he never looked at them in the environment. He looked at them after they were caught in the net.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They're beautiful fish. They're related that they are a type of pupfish. So they're related to the desert pupfish.
Ah,
It's the same genus of fish, different species. Heavily populated from Mexico all the way up to New York.
What
They're-
color?
The females are silver with black mottling. The males have they're slightly larger. They're like an inch long fish, kind of compressed body. The males have a blue iridescent sheen on the top of their body, and the bottom, when they're in breeding, turns jet black. So they're very
Neat.
really beautiful color.
I saw some pupfish 2 weeks ago down in Atlanta, but they were just iridescent white, like they were a solid white.
It's the same fish. Same fish.
okay, cool.
They only color up like that when they're spawning.
Huh.
See,
Yeah.
I'll pop my short when I find it.
GNC, contact me anytime. I love when women start riding Harleys.
Me too.
Now, in the state of Pennsylvania, I can take the safety course every year for free. Take it all the time. I can take it. But if you go to New Jersey, New York, they're $300-400 to take the course. Oh, look at that beauty.
That's a female, looks like.
Okay.
Ed,
Wow.
I thought it was a G'day at first. I had
Ed
to be
checked
told
it.
Look a lot like
pupfish.
you
It's
guys.
the first
They do.
pupfish I've ever seen in real, like in a normal person's home.
Ed, check the spelling on that title.
Goody eye? What?
Did it say push? I can't
Pupfish.
have C. I can't have C. So
Oh my God! It is a U instead of an I.
Gosh.
I can't believe that. Are you using it for the eyes when I'm
I did
typing? See, my fingers are too big for the little buttons.
That's
Well, I'm going to re-release that tomorrow.
yeah,
Really?
I'm always triple checking because I make so many. You all know I make so many mistakes.
very fushy.
Funny.
Fushy.
Let's see. I got 7 replies and not one. Oh, I wonder what a pup. Well, this person said, why is it called a pupfish?
That's funny.
But nobody mentioned that I misspelled it. Oh, well, only 500 people looked at it, so we'll do it again.
No one cared. I'm shocked that I even noticed it. Shocked.
I'm shocked that I didn't notice it whatsoever. Gosh.
Thanks, Whip. Daniken just went live, so
Oh, it's time.
It's at 10. It's 9. 9 o'clock. Yeah, he popped into my scream earlier. Usually does.
See, the U is right next to that I.
Ah.
I do that all the time. My fingers are too big for this little bitty buttons.
My problem precisely. It's fine.
Well,
Alex
let's go back to
Williamson.
everybody else. Nobody wants to look at me.
I'm looking deep into your eyes right now, Ed.
Ooh.
I have really squinty eyes. Now you can't even hardly see them with my big glasses. We'll go back to everybody else, Bob.
Bobby's like, I'm gonna just leave him up
Bob
there.
already left. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe to Chattanooga Ed.
That's funny. That was good.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, what I was just saying about these big fat fingers, I hit some button. I don't know what.
Oh dear. I think I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Nice being with you guys.
Thanks
Nice
for
seeing you.
popping in,
Thank
Lou.
you.
Really
Awesome
appreciate
seeing you,
it.
Father Fish.
Thank you. Bless you all. Bye for now.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Nice.
All right.
Hey, Skipper, can you hang out a minute?
Skipper's in trouble.
Oh,
No, he's Why do you think he's in trouble? He
He's
would
got to
never.
stay after class at the principal's office.
When's the last
No.
time you ever see Skipper?
I need to ask him a question. That's
Oh, we're
all.
still live. Whoops, my bad.
Are we?
Oh, we are still alive.